this shot. Here's the question. Here's a good example, right? Would you get more value shooting the Doomfist at full health, or more value healing the Sojourn here? And then the next shot. Again, should we have shot or should we have healed? What's going on, guys? Coach Aaron here, and today we are looking at a Kiriko replay, and I have coached him before. Recently, he said he was trying to implement some of the things that we talked about last time. And for those of you that haven't watched that, what we talked about last time was one of the biggest things was just taking off angles and helping your flankers. So we're going to see what happens, because he said that he was trying to implement some of the stuff that we talked about, and he's been, taking a lot of losses, going on a loss streak. So we're going to see what we can work on. So let's just jump right into it.
Hey there. How gloomy.
So first thing to think about is, what is our other support playing? Our other support is playing Zenyatta, which doesn't have a lot of healing output, and so we might need to be thinking that we're going to need to be dishing out a little bit more healing output. Now our Pharah shouldn't need a ton of healing. Our Diva might, depending on the way she plays. So it's just something to think about, but let's just run into it now.
Let me balance you out.
Okay, interesting charge by Ryan, that's funny.
Hey. Enemy in sight. Feel better?
Yeah, that's a good Suzu.
Hi.
Nothing too crazy happened yet. The question you want to be asking yourself is now the time to be doing damage, or is now the time to be doing healing? Now, this positioning is a little bit aggressive, because the enemy team is about to come up on us, but we do have a TP, but we want to be careful, right? But it's a good off angle. I like that we're using cover. That's really good. A little bit of healing. Yeah, nobody really needs a ton of healing, so I think this is okay. Maybe we can top off the Sojourn. Yep. A little bit of damage on the Bastion. Nice.
Hey there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward.
Under my protection.
Yeah, and there's not really any flankers that we need to go be supporting, and I wouldn't really recommend taking too hard of an off angle. So this is a good off angle, but let's say that we were to run all the way over here like this, right? This is a really aggressive off angle, and our team might need the healing, especially in this comp. So I think what we're doing now is fine. Just kind of a little bit of pressure with the damage, a little bit of healing. Yeah. How did the Zenyatta die? Tracer just dived. Okay.
Carried on the wind.
Yeah. So a little thing is we could have. Health pack wasn't there. Actually, let me look this over again. Doofus dives on us. Tracer's on us. Tracer gets the health pack, I see. Yeah, so don't... Hold on, I gotta watch this over again. I'm still kind of waking up. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, the only thing that's worrying about this TP is we don't really know what's going on, right? Because when we're here, we didn't see, at least not that I noticed, we didn't see what we were TPing to, right? We just there's some danger. We're like, okay, we need to get out, we need to stay alive. But when we go to TP, right, we don't know what's over there. We know that there's someone critical, but we don't know why, and so it's we TP in at low health and we die because of it. I wonder if there was more value just to stick with the Sojourn and try and help out the Sojourn, right? We do have Suzu, so we could have Suzu'd ourselves. We could have Suzu'd there, right? I see we went for it, but I wonder if we should have just stayed with the Sojourn. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't mind you taking this off angle, but again, does this off angle provide more value being here, or will you get more value being with your team? And knowing your other support, you're probably going to get more value being with your team because Zenyatta is dead, first of all. Second of all, your team, especially your tank, is going to need the support, right? Does that make sense? Like, they're going to need the healing, and we're off over here. So, this is one of the comps that you don't want to be taking off angles. Maybe if you have time to do it, fine. Like, when the enemy team is regrouping, right, and they're coming back from spawn, sure. But as soon as the team fight breaks out, maybe we come back here. Now, these are all guidelines, but what you want to be asking yourself is, where will I get more value? Am I going to get more value taking an off angle, or am I going to get more value healing my team, right? All right, let's just keep looking. Fast forward a little bit. Take a little drink. Yeah. Yeah, so like right now, so if we look at these couple of shots, I'll slow it down. Alright. So we take TP. We see Sojourn, right? She's full health, but she gets low. So we go for a shot on the Doomfist. So this shot, here's the question. Here's a good example, right? Would you get more value shooting the Doomfist at full health, or more value healing the Sojourn here? And then the next shot. Again, should we have shot or should we have healed? Right, then we decide to heal, which is good. And we back away to cover because we're low, so I understand that. Right, and now we're healing, right? So it's again, what will I get more value doing? Like, I remember I watched a replay that he sent me a while ago. I didn't get to watch it super in depth, but I did notice that he was taking very, very hard angles, and the conclusion I kind of came to was, would he get more value being with the team, or would he get more value taking off angles? And in that specific review, he probably just needed to stay with his team, right? So here, this is good healing. Let's go back to full. Yeah, now we're trying to shoot the Tracer. So again, right, would I get more value healing my, what was it, Zenyatta? Yeah, so Zenyatta's low, and I see we try to heal him. Right? Again, we're taking shots, but should we be healing? Right? Like, I think the damage is good, but it's a matter of what's going to give me more value. I think there, you might have gotten more value. You could have Suzu'd it. I don't know why we didn't. Right? Suzu, right now, and Zenyatta stays alive. Yeah, and now we just keep track of it, make sure we know that she's behind. A little bit of mechanics, but that's okay. Again, and then what should we be doing, right? We're kind of like tunneling this damage, right? But if we look at how low our diva is. And again, we have Zenyatta as our heals, our other support. So we need to be doing more healing for this composition, right? So are we getting more value shooting the Tracer, or are we getting more value healing the diva? Again, right? Sojourn dies, and we still haven't Suzu'd, and now we just need to get out. Again, more value healing the diva, or more value damaging the Doomfist, right? Your diva's been low for a really long time, so your diva, think about it from your diva's perspective, right? Diva's like, I want to go in, I want to dive the backline, I want to get kills, but they can't, right? And Zenyatta's not going to be enough to keep them up. And then we look back and we're like, oh, they're low, but then we're dead, right? And what you said to me was that you want me to review this code specifically because it portrays your playstyle more. So like, I'm glad that we're looking for damage opportunities. That is a really important thing. But we have to, again, and I know I'm repeating myself, but this will get you an idea of what you need to be thinking about while you're playing. What is going to get more value? Damage or healing at this time? Now, there are going to be situations where you can kind of do both. You can heal and then damage, heal and then damage. But sometimes you just need to heal. So we see D.Va go in. Okay. A little bit of a risky TP, right? We don't know what's going on. Now, D.Va was like full health, so odds are it's going to be okay. Try to kill the Bastion. Yep. Yeah, this is fine. That's fine, right? We see D.Va coming up. We're like, I'm going to go support her. What other support could do that? Right? What other support could make it from here all the way over there? None. So we're using our kit. Good. Now heal, right? Even just that one little shot. It's small, but it's big, right? It's small, but it's big. If we look at it in slow. So we miss a couple of Fudas, which is okay. That's going to come with practice. And then we take a single shot. That single shot, was it needed? Would you get... And this is a tricky one, right? This is a tricky one. If you landed a headshot on her, she's dead. I think. I don't know the exact numbers, but assuming she's dead, right? So there's an argument that, yeah, I could definitely kill the Moira. Or I could heal my Symmetra. So this is a tricky one. There's not really a right answer. It's just what you need to be thinking about. Should I have taken that shot? Luckily for you, it works out, so I think you're okay. Yep, and then we just heal up. Now, we have ult. Now we need to be thinking, when should I be using my ult, right? You don't want to go too many fights without using it.
The breeze brings relief.
I don't know if we've had it in the last couple of fights. Find some cover, that's good. Yeah, your cover usage looks like fairly good. I haven't seen anything atrocious, which is good. Now what should we be doing? Heal, perfect. Yeah, I mean, this is an okay ult. The only thing I'd say is we're already up 2, so it might not be needed. But it's also last fight. So you win this fight, you win the round, right? Now, if we look in the top right, everyone is at full HP. Now would be a good time, right? Now's a good time to damage, and we win the round. Perfect. Yeah, so far, so good. I've seen good cover usage. I like that you're going for damage opportunities. I like that you took an off angle. But just remember that while you're doing all of those things, while you're doing damage, while you're taking off angles, there should be a bell going off in your head that's screaming at you, and it's like, hey, does anyone need healing? Does anyone need support, right? Hey. Like, while you're damaging, there should be bells. Ring, 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 going off. Do I need to be healing? Do I need to be healing? So you're just asking yourself what's going to get you more value. Alright, let's fast forward a little bit.
What's up?
Alright, and we still have Zenyatta, right? We have Zenyatta. We have a Reaper, right? We have a D.Va. Pharah's probably not going to need a ton of healing. Your D.Va will. Because it seems like your D.Va is just going to be frontlining against the Bastion. So. Okay, so. How did our Reaper die? I don't even know. I'm not even going to question that. So we're taking off angle, okay. And is this a good time to take an off angle? Ask yourself, right? I'm gonna give you some time to, as you're watching this review, just ask yourself some questions. And then I'll let you know what I think. Is this an okay time to take an off angle? Give you some time to respond. Obviously, you're not here with me, but as you're watching the review, my thing is no one is like majorly damaged. So, and you can still see your team from where you're at. So I don't think it's a bad off angle. It's not too hard of an off angle, but as soon as we're going, like, this is pretty far. This is pretty deep, but you have your teleport, and it doesn't look like too many people need help. The only one that I could see that needs help is your Zenyatta, but your Zenyatta is mostly safe, right? We try to throw some heals, and they do get to them, I think. Yeah. So, like, this is fine, right? Nobody really needed heals. Now, if you're playing, like, Reinhardt, Lucio, or something like that, right? Your Reinhardt is going to need a lot of heals. He's going to need that heal pressure. He's going to need help taking that space. With the comp that you have, you're not going to need to do that as much, right? It's kind of why you got away with a lot of things in the first round. But just ask yourself,
I'm grateful.
will I get more value pressuring through heals or pressuring through damage at this current moment? Like right now, would it be good to do damage? Probably not. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not really, I'm curious to know why we looked away. So we healed, and then we looked away. Was it just to get a better position? Maybe, and that's okay. Yeah, okay. Now, like there, did your D.Va really need the heals? Probably not. Right, we heal our Zen, and then we see D.Va, and right now, we're not gonna know that Reaper's dying over there, so I'm not worried about that. The question is, did they need the heals did D.Va need the heals at the health that they're at? Probably not. Now, so you could have taken an opportunity to spam some kunai down the choke. That's a small thing, but it gets the idea of the questions you need to be asking yourself.
Watch here.
Suzu? Okay, that's fine. Suzu or TP. So there, right? Let's slow it down again. I'm gonna speed up real quick. Alright, ready?
On your horizon.
So we're like, oh crap, Reinhardt's in my face. Let me shoot. Look at your Zenyatta. So after this shot, because I think you're already mid-shot, we should probably Suzu, right? But it's a little too late. So again, I like the damage that I'm seeing. I think it's a good thing that you have a fundamental of pressuring with damage, but again, when you're damaging, alarm bells. Hey, someone needs healing. This is a great example, right? We shouldn't have shot those last shots. Now, if you had Suzu'd, he might still die, but look at Ryan's health. It's really low, right? So we Suzu this, we get a Discord on him, and he might die, right? So Zenyatta might stay alive, Reinhardt might die. But it's okay. Like, it's not an easy concept to understand. Even I at times am still like,
Feels like sunlight, huh?
I'm still struggling with this, you know? It's not an easy concept, but it is a question that you should be asking yourself. So like now, is damage okay? Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Right? No one that you can see is really like taking damage. Yeah, that's just a little unfortunate, right? We could have Suzu'd ourselves to save ourselves, but it's okay, it happens. We'll just go next with that one. A little funny, but yeah, we could have Suzu'd. It's okay.
Time to get clever.
Yep, and that TP was okay. It's odds are that it's gonna be safe to TP there. One thing, I haven't seen you use Suzu a lot, so I'm wondering what you're saving it for. Maybe my thought process maybe that you're thinking they have an Anna, so you want to save it for anti-nades, and that is a good thing to do, but you got to be careful with that, right? And we're trying to Suzu. I'm assuming that was for the D.Va. Maybe it was a prediction for the Zenyatta. I think that's an okay. That's a, for the most part, okay Suzu. Yeah, nothing's really happening. So the problem I don't like with this being back here is your team is fighting up here. Now, is this a more aggressive position? Not really. It's further and closer to the enemy, yeah. But is it more aggressive? No. Now, if you were playing here, well, yeah, that's aggressive because the team's right there, right? Aggression is dependent on the enemy team. So what I don't like is we could have maybe helped the Reaper, right? We could have maybe helped our Reaper. Now, I don't know what our Reaper's doing. Maybe he was feeding. I don't really know, but let's watch. Right, we're over here. Let's see what happens. Our team is fighting at the choke. We could be healing. Right? Maybe our D.Va wouldn't have to back out. Reaper could be getting healed, but he didn't. Right? Now, did he just get headshot and blown up? And should he have been there? Maybe not, but look at this. Look how low that was. You see that? So imagine Reaper had a little bit of healing. That headshot might have not killed him. And he might have stayed alive. Maybe. We don't know. Right? We don't know. But would you have gotten more value standing here or standing with your Zenyatta healing your Reaper right here? Probably here, right? So we're a little bit too far back. We got to remember that even if our team is playing in a not very great position, if the majority of them are playing there, then we should also be playing there. Even if it's not the most, you know, even if it's not the best position for us. Because right now we're not doing anything. Suzu. Yeah, so that's a good Suzu. And unfortunately, right, we don't hear the Reaper behind us. It's okay. That'll come with practice. So yeah, we definitely could have helped the team fight a little bit more. That was a, like, I haven't seen that consistently, but it was a big thing. So we definitely want to work on that. That's an unfortunate TP. Yeah, and then again, like, those damage shots probably okay, right? You're not gonna heal your Reaper there. He's dead. Yeah, and that good heals, right? And Suzu maybe. That's okay, but we do maybe be a little bit lenient. What's the word? Maybe use your Suzu a little bit more. Let's just say that. Yeah, and these are good shots, right? No one needs healing, so you're gonna get more value just spamming headshots, not like spamming at headshot level down the choke. That's good. Yeah, and I like your cover usage. It's pretty good. And we could Suzu maybe, but the Reaper backs up. Okay. Okay, and what do we think about this? Do we think it's good? I think it's good, right? Our team's already engaged. They're fighting. We're going to need a little bit more heals on the D.Va, so this ult will allow us to do that. And it supports the Reaper ult. I think this is good. I think that's a good ult usage. Unfortunately, D.Va dies. That's okay. I like this small off angle. I'll talk about that later. Actually, I'm going to talk about it now. This is like an off angle, right? Because we're not just standing in what would supposedly be main, like right here, right? So this is a small off angle. Now, what would be a bad off angle, right? A bad off angle would be one really deep, right here. Now, sometimes you can get away with it. The problem with this position is that you can't actually support your team. Now, if you're playing a comp where they don't really need the support, then maybe that's fine, right? This comp doesn't need a ton of support, but you still need to be thinking about it. So the question again, when you're taking off angles, is again, would I get more value taking this off angle and being able to do a little bit of damage and heal my team? Or would I get more value taking this angle, being able to do a lot of damage, right? Because you can probably hit shots easier. But then your team would not get the support, right? So it's again, what would I get more value doing?
Hey there.
Yeah, and I don't like this again, right? Like, our team is up here. And you can see where they are. You can see them through the walls. So go play with them. Even if it's a bad position. Even if you're like, I don't like that. That's really dangerous for me. Just go. Yeah, and I hear it, right? We're saying group up. This is better. This is good. I'm glad that we're playing. And we can Suzu the sleep. Okay, so if you don't know, when someone's asleep, or when they're shattered, or when they're anti-nated, or when they're on fire, you can Suzu them, and it will cancel the effect. So if you Suzu this Reaper, he will wake up. And on top of that, your Zenyatta will also be healed. So this would be a really nice Suzu. Now, do you need it? Maybe not, right? Obviously you didn't. But then we Suzu. Yeah, so like it's good that we had it, because it helped us stay alive, but you see my point. Healing, yep, healing. Yeah, so like this, we see our teams taking a lot of pressure, right? So we could either go for the damage, or we could go for the heals. Now, I would argue that instead of taking this off angle, we just back up into a little bit of a safer position. We heal our D.Va, and make sure that she's alive, and then when they're all healthy, then we can take another off angle like this, or then we can rotate this way, right? But these are just general rules. They're guidelines. It's not like you have to be doing these things, right? The way that you improve at a hero is understanding the questions that you need to be asking. And right now, what would you be getting more value? Would you get more value healing your D.Va? Or would you get more value killing this Reaper? We don't know. We really don't know. I could not tell you the answer. I don't, like, no one's going to know the exact answer. It's just things that you need to be thinking about, right?
shadow.
And then, yeah, D.Va gets demeched. Yeah, so like, I would probably just get out, right?
I'm here.
Yeah, good. Just get out. But now we're down, so just die, right? So don't try to stagger. Like your Zenyatta popped ult. I don't really know why, but it is what it is. Because they're at 81%. There's a good chance if they just waited that you guys could recontest this.
I'm with you.
Because now you guys are contesting it and your Zenyatta's in spawn, right? But that's not something we can control, so we don't need to worry about that. That's okay.
Be healed.
Okay, so we're taking off angle. Yeah, so a little thing about these shots, and this is just a mechanical thing. Look what happens. So this Ana's sitting pretty still, right? So we should be hitting these shots, and it's okay if you don't. I miss shots on sitting still people all the time. It's just like that'll come with practice. But one thing is watch your movement. You're strafing, right? You're 80 AD strafing, and look how it's messing up your aim. Now, do you need to 80 AD strafe here? No. No one's shooting you, so what are you trying to dodge, right? So in a situation where you're really safe, you're not taking damage, and you need to hit these shots, just stand still. Just stand still. I know that that's not like a very popular opinion, but you're not taking damage. You don't need to 80 strafe. You just don't need to. If you hit these shots and you kill this Ana, that honestly could probably swing the fight for you. So that's just a little thing, but let's talk about again what we're going back to. Would you get more value shooting at this Ana or healing your D.Va? If you hit these shots, there's an argument that you'd get more value. So right, so we take the off angle. Okay, cool. Off angle, good. That's good. It's good that we're taking off angles. But we have Zenyatta, Kiriko. Not a lot of heals, and it looks like our D.Va needs it bad. You see what I'm saying? So where would we have gotten more value? I guess we can see. We'll find out, right? So we got little to no value, and our D.Va died. And because our D.Va died, or got demeched, we could not contest the point. Now, you probably... Oh, I guess you have Moira now, but... Yeah, for the most of the game you had Zenyatta. But you probably wouldn't have been able to out-heal the damage anyway, so I don't mind you trying to make a play, but it is something to think about. Alright, next team fight. Alright. Okay. So we have Kiriko Brig. So again, right, not a lot of heals, so we need to be thinking where would we get more value. I don't mind the pop shots on the Widow. That is a dangerous game to play at higher ranks because you will die. Trust me, like Widows in Masters were really scary. So be careful doing that, but I don't mind the pressure because no one really needs the healing. The one person that does need the healing, if we look at our Widow. Right, we don't see our Widow. And that's okay.
I'm with you.
The thing is, if you didn't physically see her on your screen, I would say that it's okay to miss it, but you do and can see her, right? But I don't think that's gonna. I think it'll be okay. Yep, and I like that you're like thinking to yourself, "Oh crap, I need cover." So like that's probably not the best rotate, right? Just to come through main. But I like that you had the intention to climb over to cover and probably play here or something like that. That's good. But I'd prefer you to rotate, this way.
Okay.
At least in that situation. Again, everything I tell you is just guidelines. It's not a you must do this to win. I can't tell you how to win games. If I said that I could, I would be lying. Every game is going to be a little different. But there is general things that is good for us. Now this we're just playing with our food, right? Like there's no need to be taking this. Right? There's no need. And our team is getting ready to go in. And look, our D.Va needs healing. So like, do we get more value fighting this Widow or do we get more value healing our tank? Or anyone for that matter.
Hey.
And because we're screwing around, we have to use our TP to get to them. And if you looked at your D.Va actually had to grab Mega. right? Grabs Mega. Imagine what your diva's thinking. Your diva's like I can't do anything because I'm not getting any support. Yeah, so a little late. That's okay. Yeah, so again, like we might have been able to Suzu earlier if we just didn't look at the Widow. Like this could have been a thing where we see the Widow and then we just go, oh crap, I gotta be careful peeking. Maybe we swing wide, play here, and then we can Suzu, right? But we Suzu late.
I'm with you.
Sojourn en route.
Group up here.
Yeah, and like I'm glad you're trying to group up. That's good.
Appreciate it.
I'm glad that we're not just like going in and feeding.
Feels like sewing, huh?
Yeah, so that's a good Suzu, right? That's another situation. Would I get more value healing and Suzuing or more value damaging? Right now, you got way more value damaging. That was the perfect time to damage. Now we should be thinking, okay, heal our team to full, or at least close to full, and then we should be damaging if we have an opportunity. And then right, we don't want to be,
Carried on the wind.
yeah, we want to make sure that we're playing with a team even if it's in bad positioning, right? So is this a good time to damage? Yeah, I think it's great. No one's in immediate danger. Now we Suzu, or just heal. That works too. Right, I have a bad habit of Suzuing anytime I see someone critical. It's just a bad habit of mine. And again, good job, right? Did we need more healing or did we need more damage? If we look back at it, it's low. Right, Diva is low, so maybe we should have. Maybe I mean the argument we could have, you know, focused Diva a little bit, but Diva's safe. So nobody's in immediate danger that you can really tell, and so we just damage, right? Or you chose to heal, and that's okay. Like again, it's just what is gonna get you more value.
The enemy's being revived.
This is a little too far from your team. I'm glad that you're safe, but
I could use a heal.
yeah, that was good. Good.
Guide you.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you did that. That was really good. No, nobody needs healing, so we damage a little bit. We weave. That's really good. Good job.
I'm fired up right now.
Yeah, good. Good. I'm seeing good things. Like you've done quite a bit, like this team fight, right? But there's definitely been a couple team fights where you could have done a lot more.
I'm with you.
But you made good decisions this team fight, and that's what I like, right? So we can look back at this team fight and ask ourselves what was good about it. And then, yep, our Diva's down.
On your horizon.
Yeah. So, and don't be afraid to Suzu yourself too. It's good that you had step, but sometimes you need it, and you didn't need it that time, so it's acceptable.
Under my protection.
And then good damage, good heals. Your rig is, oh man, that's great. I just love that. Is that a good time to damage? Probably yes, right? Probably yes. No one needs healing. Good. Good time to damage, right? Now's a good time to damage. Just kill him. There you go. Now, should we be damaging or healing? It honestly goes either way. I think your tank's at decent health, so I would damage. Good. Now, what do we think? Right? Probably fine.
What's up?
Yeah, okay. So, good job. So, here's where I'm going to break it down to. When I watched your Kings Row game, I watched it late at night. I was kind of tired, so I didn't feel like I was in the right state of mind to make comments about it. But from what I remembered, there was a specific angle that really stuck out to me that you took.
I'm with you.
I think it was somewhere around here. No, it was on attack. I'm gonna go through this really quickly because. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. Obviously, I know we just like rushed this, but right. D.Va needs healing, yeah. First of all, we're out in the open, but it's whatever. No one's. You're not going against snipers. You're not going against anyone that's really gonna burst you down. So it's understandable. We're damaging. We take 2 shots. Look at our D.Va's health, right? Look at our D.Va's health. And we're playing with Mercy that has a lot of single target heals, but not a lot of heals for a big group, right? So we're going to need to be careful because we might need to heal a little bit more. And we decided to go on an off angle. If I remember correctly, maybe this is the wrong fight. Yeah, this actually might be the wrong fight. Hold on. Ah, yes. Yes. Okay. So, first thing that I am noticing is we're frontlining. A little bit scary, right? I'd prefer we take shots up here, maybe play back here. Now, I will say that the review that I just did on the first VOD, your positioning was fine, right? Like, you weren't super overly aggressive, so that's good. But let's watch what happens. This is one thing that I really stuck out to me. That I check 1 2. Hold on. I'm buying a new mic and it's going out. So I think we're fine. Okay. Okay. So we're damaging, right? Nobody needs healing, so it's okay. So remember how I talked about earlier that I was going to talk to you about off angles? Standing like here or coming up here, these are going to be like short off angles, right? Short off angles. What we're about to do is like a hard off angle. What's bad about this picture? Right, it's good for damage. It's good for damage, and I don't mind if we be here for a short amount of time. But if we're here too long, first of all, it spawns right here. Second of all, we can only see one of our teammates. Now, if we were playing up here, on this off angle up here, we can still see our team, and we can still damage. And it's still an off angle, right? So it's just like this off angle is a little bit scary. And it's good damage because no one needs healing. Good heals, right? Good heals. I mean, we're healing full people, but you get my point. It's good damage, right? But look, we're here way too long. Like, we should be realizing, hey, spawn's right here. Maybe I shouldn't be standing here. And if I remember correctly, I watched this a while ago, but if I remember correctly, we die for this. Right, we die for this. Now, I remember when I was watching this, a lot of times we were taking angles to do damage, and we were either dying for it, or our team needed healing while we were doing that. So, I just wanted to bring this up because I remembered it, right? But let's conclude this. Let's put this all in a nice wrapped package for you. The biggest thing that I am seeing is that I want you to be thinking about this. I don't want you to take too hard angles, right? Take softer angles. Still take angles. But when you're doing damage, right? When you're doing damage, you should be thinking, will I get more value damaging this specific person, or will I get more value healing my teammate? That's it. That's all you got to worry about. So, and then obviously we talked about helping your flankers, and I think that you're fine with that, right? Help your flankers. But again, it's the same thing. Will I get more value helping my flanker, or will I get more value helping my team? It's just like, it's simple. What will I get more value doing? If my D.Va's low in front of me and there's a full HP Doomfist, should I shoot the Doomfist or should I heal my D.Va? You probably should heal your D.Va. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is very similar with a lot of supports. So if you can get this concept down, I think you're going to be fine. So keep playing cover, keep doing damage, but also remember to be healing your team. So I think what I'm seeing looked pretty good. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys have been very, very, very supportive of me and encouraging me, and I'm just super grateful for it. Like, I really could not do it without you guys. I love the community that we're building. It's really great. I love the conversations we're having. I do have a Discord for you. For those of you that don't know, the link will be in the description. Come on and join it. It's a good community. It's a small community, but we're growing. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment. If you have tips for this Kiriko, let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you have tips for me, suggestions, anything like that, let me know in the comments. Leave a like. And I think that many of my subscribers or many of my viewers aren't actually subscribed to me. So if you do enjoy my content and you want to keep up to date with that, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything for you, but it makes a world of difference for me. So thanks for watching, guys.